Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Dear Chris. I won't be answering all of the questions that you guys have asked. I've been getting tons of questions and I'm going to get to them eventually, but there's just too many right now to stuff into one video, so I'll be answering the first ones that were asked me since the last video. What do you do when you're hanging out a few times a week with a guy, doing a lot of kissing, caressing, and hugging, but no sex involved, yet he won't take you out on a date? Is it really necessary? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would use a girl just physically, though he does seem rather clueless. Now this could be a couple different things. Thinking negatively, he could just be afraid of commitment. He likes the physical aspect of a relationship, but lacks the courage to actually be in a relationship. He may not want to be tied down, he might want to keep his options open, and while he's doing that, he wants to screw around a little bit. So, that is a more negative approach to the situation. Hopefully that's not what the case is. Now, he could be clueless because he's probably thinking that you're fine with this friends with benefits status you have going on. The other option is he could be very, very shy. Obviously not so shy that he can't make out with you. If you were the first person to make a move, that could be an indicator that he's shy. He understands that you want to do these things, but he could be thinking in his head that you don't necessarily want to do them with him so much, even though he is fine with going along with the ride. He might just be waiting for you to make the next step. Another thing that could be going on, does he have a job? Is he making any money? I know a lot of guys who don't think they can go out on dates if they don't have money to spend. I used to have an ex-boyfriend who would not take me on a date, if he didn't have money to pay for everything. And that's just not the case. I mean, girls can pay for dates too. You don't even have to have money to have a fun date. You could go to a park, you could go for walks, and it'd be something other than physical interaction, and you could talk and get to know each other a little bit more. But dates, again, aren't essential to having a good relationship. Alright, so the next question's way too long for me to post on the video, but I'm gonna sum it up for you guys, okay? Basically, this guy's asking me, he has a friend that's a girl, who they've been talking, they're really close, they were kind of flirting with, like, talking sexually to each other, not sexually as in, hey baby, but they were talking about sex and stuff like that. So, they were very close, and they ended up going to, I think it was either a party or a bar together as friends. He thought it was a little bit more than that, but it turns out that when they were there, she sees this other guy there, they start talking, they only just met. This other guy hangs out with them the rest of the night, and before they end up going, she tells the guy who asked the question that she's going to go home with this other guy and basically have a one-nighter with him. This kind of confused my guy who asked me the question. He thought they were kind of on a date together, and they used to talk a lot, and now, since then, hardly ever. It's been a couple months since they've been talking to each other, and he's wondering how he should approach things. Now with this question, I think I have a pretty good idea what's going on. With other questions, I'm just kind of guessing blindly, but this one, I think I kind of know what's going on. My guess is she kind of liked you, but not enough for her to say, hey, let's go out on dates and try this out. No, she was probably putting you more in the friend category. The reason why she was probably talking about sex with you is because she knew that you liked her, and basically she was flirting with you, giving you hints because she likes to see your reaction. Girls are kind of weird like that. Not all of us, mind you. Some of us are kind of like that, though. Especially girls who have insecurities about themselves. well, hot girls who have insecurities about themselves, they'll talk about these things because they want to see you react to them. And if you do react, then it builds their confidence and they feel sexy. Decides to go out with you, either to a party or a bar, you didn't specify. And then she sees this guy that she does actually like. And she knows that she's kind of out with you, but she does really kind of dig this guy. Ultimately, she decides to go home with him instead of you. The reason why she's been avoiding you for months is because she knows that she blew you off, and she knows that she's probably hurt your feelings and you probably are upset with her. The only way I can think of to patch this up is you need to approach her. Maybe not in person, probably give her a call. Don't talk about the situation at all. That would not be a good idea. She doesn't want to talk about how you're upset that she blew you off. She probably just wants to like go back to the way things were without even addressing the issue at all, which is a good idea. You shouldn't address the issue because that's just going to push her away. If you want to get back into her good graces, act like nothing happened at all. Again, I'm not condoning what she did. It's kind of crappy that she blew you off, actually. But for your case, you want to be friends with her again, you want to be around her, and she has to be a special girl for you wanting to be around her after she blew you off. I would probably call her up and say, hey, do you want to hang out? Or I've got like a collection of kung fu movies and 10 bags of popcorn. Do you want to help me finish them off? Do something that you guys used to do all the time. Something normal, not like talking about sex. Like me and my best friend, we just sit around and watch movies a lot. Do something comfortable and normal so that she'll be comfortable in the environment, it'll feel like the way you guys were before, and just try to ease all of the fear she may have about you being upset with her over the situation from before. And that's the way I think you'll be able to get back into her good graces so that you guys can hang out again. So that's all the advice I've got for you guys today. These videos are getting really, really long. Sorry about the long videos, I guess. But, hey, if you guys have any more questions for me, I'm still open to answer them. If you don't want your username mentioned, just email me the question. Otherwise, if you put it in a comment, I will say your username. So, thanks a bunch. I'm Amy Elizabeth, and thank you for watching. Maybe. Thinking negatively? Thinking negatively? Like, I can't. She'd have to be really, really special, I suppose. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know, what did you guys used to do before?